I cannot wait to share this with you, my creative friends. This is Hidden Creek, brand new, coming from Katie Pertier. Please forgive me if I do not say your last name correctly. I need it written out in phonetics, I'm telling you. Anyway, this is new from Arden Creative, and it's coming to ScrapbookCom very, very quickly, very soon. But I just couldn't wait to share it with you. So let me show you what I got. All right. So in the manner of a class that I have on my site called Something New Book Artistry, I crafted this book right out of that class. And it's the very beginnings of this book. It's the covers and the binding, and then just the inside page, because that's just as far as I got. There's lots going on here, but I really wanted to give this some attention. So wait, do you want to see like all the product that I have? Because I can share that with you. Okay, let's do that. I actually don't even know if I have everything, but I have quite a bit. And so I want to share with you what I do have. And then we'll talk about some other things. Like there's a couple things I want to share with you today. So please stay tuned for all of it, because we're going to have a good time. Having a good time. Okay. So Hidden Creek paper pad, 12 by 12 paper pad. These are going to be double-sided papers. And I don't have all the papers in here because, well, as you can see, I already started making with it. And so not everything is in here, and that's okay, because I think I have at least one of everything in here. Or, I have parts of one of everything in here. But these papers don't have individual names to them. There's also an 8x8 paper pack too, if you are one who just isn't crazy about 12 by 12 papers, which I totally get that. This might be my favorite pattern of all. And I have already pulled out the other one, but it's not cut yet. It's just, I don't know what I was going to do with it. I might have been thinking about covering my book with it, but then look at that pattern. Like, could you even choose? I mean, it's so hard. And can we talk about these colors for a minute? Yes, let's do that actually. I went ahead and swatched some Distress Oxide out. And so we have Shabby Shutters, and then we have Bundled Sage. Then we have Salvage Patina, Antique Linen, and this should be, I think this is Pumice Stone. I will need to verify that. And I just really feel like all these colors go with this colorway beautifully. And so I just want to put those out there for you as we kind of go through some of these patterns here. So let's continue with that. Now, this quatrefoil is a pattern that you're going to see throughout this collection, and there's more where this came from. I think this is so fun because inside the shapes, this is so clever. Inside some of the shapes here, you have a totally different pattern thing going on. This is a fantastic paper here. And then there is the yellow gold antique linen, textured, splattered watercolor effect going on, and this is the second page to that. Then you have this very ferny, meadowy butterflies flitting about with the distress texture, just real classic Katie stuff going on here that just never disappoints. And then a painterly in the green. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and this is fantastic for stamping, which we might have to do some stamping today. Raise your hand if you'd like to do some stamping today. Here for it. Okay, so then we have this. Now, this is actually, to me, what's the name of that color? Mariner. This color here, I didn't swatch it up, but this is very Uncharted Mariner to me from the Distress line. And so it's a great pop against the green here with some texture-esque, what do you want to call it, elements peeking through. And the other side is this great tree. This tree here is fantastic. Love that tree so much. Then you have some adverts and text and newspaper and more like nature journal kind of patterning going on there. You have this very lively pattern. It's not a repeat, but there is a lot of this leaf that's going on with the distress and text popping to the surface as well. This is a really pretty pattern here. I have this cut also. I'm not quite sure where I've used it. You're going to see this pop up somewhere though, because I've used this already. And I know it's kind of surprising to me because as I look at it in the screen, it's very repeat. It looks more repeat looking through the screen than when I'm looking at it in real life. I don't know why it does that. And I'm not a huge repeat pattern girl, but this really worked. I wonder if, let me peek real here. Ah, now I know where it is. Okay, you gotta wait. I'll show you in a minute. I promise I will. And then this great, not quite solid, has some of that yellow popping to the surface, a little bit of text, some grid or graph distressing that's on this as well. Also be a great paper for stamping on. This one's fantastic, very painterly, different textures, some... I don't even know what it is. It sort of looks like a color wheel, but there's some script on it. And then you have more texture here in that Uncharted, what I call Uncharted Mariner. A little bit of this sketch sort of foliage popping through too. It's fantastic. Then look at all these butterflies. I'm just going to cut them all out, okay? So if you need me, I'll be cutting out the butterflies. Okay, there's the repeat of that one. More butterflies, lots and lots of butterflies. And then the brown pumice stone cement kind of a color. It has some gray overtones in it. Very swatchy, little bit of script coming through here. Super pretty. So here's the repeat of that. And this is always a great, in a 12 by 12, it's great in an 8 by 8 also, but where you have this very focal center that anything could live inside of, but you're not losing any of the beautiful pattern on the outside. That includes a little bit of script, distressing foliage coming through, very nature journal and its feel, butterflies, of course, and all this other foliage that's happening as well. Oh, and then the other side of it is this gorgeous plaid. Fantastic. Super great. Those sorts of contrasting patterns are so important when you have all this beautiful pattern going on as well. It just makes for some great pop. And then look at this one, right? Am I right? Can you see all the distressing that's coming through here? It is fantastic. This is a gorgeous pattern. The colors are so full of spring. Then you have a lovely polka dot. Every pattern paper needs polka dots, it needs stripes, and it needs plaids. Just in case you ever wanted to know what I thought about that, I just shared it with you right there. And then a great, what I call cutaway page. Sometimes I call them journal cards because you can cut and you've got spaces here for writing, but it's a 6x4. It could pop into pocket page just as they are. It could be for a gift tag that you're giving to somebody. You could curate these in a lovely handmade packaging and then share them with somebody as a gift. I think that's a great idea. Did I mention stripes? Because I just want to cry. It's so beautiful. Okay, move on, James. Move on. And then this is the pattern that I used on the front of my book. Isn't that great? And like this whole cement thing going on over here too, yet plenty of this, the word stamping as well. And it too, polka dots. So that is a look at the 12 by 12 Hidden Creek paper pad. Like I said, there's also an 8 by 8. I don't have the 8 by 8, but you know what? We're not done yet. Okay, speaking of not being done yet, now let's talk about the things that I have on my tray. I have procured the stamps, and so we have here, I'm trying to look for the name. Let's see. I don't think, oh, maybe I do. Okay, this one's called Ledger Wings 01. Sorry for that little disruption in thought there. Beautiful, isn't it? I think we're going to stamp these out. I think we need to stamp these out. Then we have Letterbox Remnants 1. And I love the fact that we have 1 going on here because to me, I'm hoping with all hope that that means 2 will be finding its way to the surface as well. Then we have artful ledgers. Beautiful, beautiful, and beautiful. Okay, great, great stamp sets. These are, they are photopolymer. So they're the good ones. They'll hold different kind of inks for you really well, okay? This is a paper that Katie has done in the past, and I just hadn't picked any up before. And here it's called decoupage paper, and I haven't played with it yet. It's one of those hoarding issues for me. I'm kind of afraid, actually. It's just so beautiful. But I don't know, there might be some collaging, wink, wink, in our future. So this might have to find the surface in some way. You get 2 of each of these in a total of 4 designs. Okay, so I said that incorrectly. You get 3 of each of the 4 designs. So you have 12 sheets total of this. Okay, so that was a more correct way to say that. So you have these 2 patterns so far. Right, and different for sure from the pattern paper. So I love that. It just brings with it a whole nother layer and level of difference in the way we can make things up on our paper surfaces. So I really love these papers a lot. So I need to get brave and break into them and make something beautiful. Because you know what we say, right? Just make something. So that's me saying to myself, Jam, just make something with it. It'll be okay. It'll be good. Okay, I have a couple more SKUs here. I'll leave the link to this collection in my description in case there's anything else that you might have interest in that I do not have included here. And so this is the laser cuts, and it is a mix of the foliage, some icons, tickets, butterflies, and some little animals, and it's double-sided. So like the tickets here, that's great, right? Because they're all solid. The tickets are all solid on the back side. And then there's the back side of basically the butterfly or the leaf or what have you. And there are 4 total sheets of this. And even this really white butterfly, that's great. So this is super, super good. So this sheet here is almost all nature, while you have some ephemera type snippets throughout this first sheet. But both of these, all 4 of these come in the laser cuts packaging. Okay. So then after that, the quatrefoil also is a stencil. Whoops, I am tearing up. Let me do this right. There we go. Now I feel better about that now. So I have played with the stencil already. I will be showing that to you in a moment. Oh, let's go. It's back here. So it's a full 6x8 stencil, and it's beautiful. And I think I love these kind of, I don't want to call, they're not basic by any means, but they are just real foundational designs in which you can build upon other stamping. You can build the laser cuts, you can build the ephemera, you can build the rub-ons. It's just really good like that. Speaking of rub-ons, like it's like it read my mind. Here's a rub-on set. There are 4 sheets in total. You can see I've already cut into these. And there's 2 designs total. So those are the same. And then these are the same here. Okay, so I just want to make note of something because it just came to my brain right now. I know how we can be with our rub-ons. We can be very, I don't want to ruin these and I don't want to use them, and you have to. You just have to. So here's the thought. When you have a rub-on like this size here, I mean, this is almost the full width of the paper. It is almost 6 inches wide. Cut this baby up. I can see using this 3 different times. I can see using it more times the way I use rub-ons. So instead of being afraid, stop telling yourself you're afraid. Did I just say that out loud? I did, because I mean it with all the love. I mean that, to stop being afraid. Okay, we're going to segue now. I know I took a minute for that, but I just think it was important to talk about. This is a brand new brand. This is a brand new collection. This is a brand new venture for Katie. And I know already it has sold out everywhere once already. And so now we're just waiting for Scrapbook to get it, and I'm eager to be adding more to my collection as well. Okay, so you can see the pattern on here, and this is great to have. This is one of my favorite things. If you ever want to know what one of my favorite things is, it's this contrast in pattern. Love, love, love this beautiful big butterfly. And this is the benefit of a 12 by 12 paper, because you can get bigger prints. And then you put it with a plaid. Are you kidding me? It's just, it makes me so happy. And this sits up on my shelf, you know, so I can look at this all day long. I need to add some doodly daddly things to it. But, you know, we'll get to there. There's so much going on in the studio right now. There's so many things happening. I cannot wait to make some announcements here soon. Okay, so as is the tradition of this book make in the classroom, I just have the covers basically at this point. And just this tape here, this is, I can't remember right now. It might be Bruce Monroe. It is not Arden Creative Studio. So please, I had some pieces and I was just messing with it. But you can just see, oh wait, we're not done. Guys, there's also ephemera. I totally forgot about the ephemera. I kind of have it a little bit of everywhere. All right, so it's your classic ephemera that Katie's done before. Butterflies, florals, words, clusters, frames, more words, florals, words, frames, labels, circle elements, tickets, tabs, more words. You get the idea, right? And this, I think it's called pet tape. It's new to me. I'll show you where I use this in a minute. Oh, this is fun. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what this is. Actually, I've used this in 2 places, so can't wait to show you. Can't wait to show you. So I hope you grabbed a cup of your favorite, because we're going to be here for a minute. We are. Okay. Back to what I got going on here. Okay, so just like in that class, I did some embellishing here, and I just tucked in some ephemera, one of the tickets to, yeah, that's one of the laser cut tickets there. Some ephemera, I just tucked that in here. I made this tag, and this is something that's coming up soon. That's a label. I made this label, and more ephemera, and then this piece of ephemera here, you'll notice there's there's white around these ephemera pieces, which is classic. That's kind of the way it is. I came in here with antique linen oxide, distress oxide, and I just used my ink blending brush and I added some color. I'm so happy with that. I could just dance. It looks really good. Okay, so it's attached to this paper. This paper here is not one of the patterns. This paper here is actually mixed media paper pad 6x8 from ScrapbookCom. I inked it all over with pumice stone. Might actually be Lost Shadow. I think that's Lost Shadow, and the very, very background is Lost Shadow. I came in again with the ink blending brush and the antique linen and came in all around. I distressed the edges and brought some probably vintage photo into the edges. You can see the quatrefoil stencil coming through. I hope you can see that. And so that was super light in some places, a little bit heavier in places. I came in here with a rub-on. Look how beautiful the rub-on is against the stamp background. Underneath the rub-on is some of the ledger stamping. And same with here, some of the ledger stamping in both the pumice stone and vintage photo. The quatrefoil was stenciled with salvage patina. So much happiness, so much fun. Could not love that more. I love it so much. It just made me so happy, and I'm not going to remember how I had all this. That's okay, right? And just tucked it in here. And it just makes me so happy to have this little page here. It's a great start to an art journal. It's a great start to a book. It's a great start to a journal, whatever. Okay, over here, I did a little different thing over here. But I did pop in a frame. And New Discoveries is from the Ephemera, so it's captured. Ignore the tape. That's from another brand. Okay, another thing I did. Do you notice anything here? See how shiny that is? That's the tape. And I just put it over one of the pattern papers. So you can see this is on the back side. And I just put it over on the other side. And that was it. and it makes a whole nother brand new paper. And then classic cluster 101. I cut out a banner from another die set. I inked a lot of the elements between the antique linen and the vintage photo. Tucked in some leaves that you can see, those are the laser cut leaves. Sorry about that. Isn't that great? And what's so much fun about this? Yeah, I had it here before. I'm going to tuck it back in there as carefully as I can. And it just looks amazing. It's just such a great collection to work with. Okay, you want to see something else? So that's my book. That's the beginning of my book. I will be adding to this. One other thing I want to show you is not only a look at some more Hidden Creek, but it's a sneak peek at what I'm teaching in my next class. That's called Favorite Things, Florals. So I'm not going to get into the details about this project here because you have to be in the class. But this inspired that class. Now that class is not going to be Hidden Creek. It's another collection because I didn't have this at the time. And that's okay, because now you can see that with the things that we make in the classroom is just a catalyst. It's just a jumping off point for anything else you want to make with any other pattern of paper, collection, whatever. Sky's the limit. I'm just giving you a base. Every time I share something with you, it's just, here, take this and now make it 25 more times with all your stash of goodness. Yes, I did say that. I'm going to find a way to actually add this to here, but if you watch that class, you're going to see exactly how I would add this to a book. Okay, one of the colors that I did not swatch is Vintage Photo. I think Vintage Photo is a great match for this collection. I also think Scorched Timber is fantastic as well. There's just a lot of colors. I mean, you just take a minute to look at what's here on the cover. There's just a lot of colors that are really, really going to work really well with this. And so there's a couple things I wanted to do still. One of the things is this right here. Let's just stamp out these stamps and just get a look at them. If you follow Heidi Swapp, who is our stamping guru, I don't know, she's mine anyway. I learn so much from her all the time. What you learn is that you need to stamp out your new stamps to get familiar with them. It's just like having a friend over who you just met, who you don't know. So you ask questions, you talk, you share your home, you for sure give them coffee. And so this is here, the Artful Ledgers 101. We're just gonna do these really quick. And if this takes too long, because I do want to get to a little bit of a quick make as well, then I might just speed this up or just go ahead and stamp them and then show them to you. We'll go ahead and walk through the Artful Ledgers though right now, okay? And what I might avoid doing at this point, don't judge me for this, I might not clean my stamps right now. So don't judge me for that. This is just a matter of just sharing this with you. This is just a great texture edge. Really love that. That's so cool. And this sort of L here is the same thing. It kind of comes up like this. So mine's crooked, don't judge that. When you're using more intentionality than I am right now, then it should be a straight L there. This is going to be a favorite here. Oops, I don't have the middle of this. Whoop, here we go. Crazy right now. I need to get the middle of this. This is just a great, lovely script, which obviously I seem to not believe that you can ever have enough script stamps. And then this one is fantastic because, see, our little trick here for this is that I'm getting ink everywhere. Is that you kind of want to have it sitting on the surface and then pick it up and not try to put it where you want it with your hands, because with these more kind of wiggly stamps, that's a great word for stamps, right? Wiggly. Oh, that's so fun. It's got numbers over here. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I can't wait to give some serious time to this. I mean, it's so true. And we say this a lot when we're chatting with each other out there in the World Wide Web together, there's literally not enough time to make with all the beautiful things in this world, and this is no exception. And while that might feel like a problem to resist, I'm just here for it. I've tried so hard just to fit everything in, and I'm just working on, you know what? I want to do this. I want to take some time for this because that's what I want. Okay, so that is letterbox remnants. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I put this one in the wrong. That's my problem. Well, that's one of my problems. All right, let's just do a few of these. I want to do this one because I love this here for the opportunity of having literally a space to write. And I would probably do that in a little bit lighter ink than what I did there. I love this for the same reason. I would write that. I would make a journal card with that. We have some stamps here. Let's get another really interesting one of these. And I'm going to call it this one here is really interesting to me. And then we'll go ahead and do the butterflies. We have two butterflies over here in the ledger wings. And we have a firefly. Not a firefly, dragonfly. All right. So those are the Artful Ledgers, a couple of them. And let's now do the butterflies. Isn't this so beautiful? Love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments today. I think this is just one of those collections that has a, oh, I didn't get the middle. I don't know if I've inked this up yet. I don't even think I've inked this up yet, so it's a little needing a bit of preconditioning here. But I just think this collection has a lot of mileage. I think it's great for spring. It's fantastic, I think, for travel. It's great for hike adventures. You're gonna get all kinds of just making for cards and tags for any occasion. Love when a collection just does that. And it's so very nature-centric that I think it just kind of naturally lends to the things in life that are beautiful that we want to celebrate. I love that so much. Those are fantastic. So there's a quick look at some of our stamping. All right, one more thing. Hang tight. Don't leave yet. Just going to jump in here with a little quick stamping make. And I'm still rough at all this. So I'm just literally like, what can I think of? So I'm stamping this butterfly. And I didn't stamp it all the way. I didn't get ink in the middle very well. I was trying to just do half of it. But you're going to get the idea because of the way the rest of this is going to come together. But just notice that she didn't get it all stamped on. So, you know, it's fine. It'll work. It's still going to be what I want it to be. And I'm going to come in here with a ledger stamp and add a bit of it up at the corner as well. Just kind of doing like sort of just a grunge / nature kind of thing here. Just having fun, just making stuff, right? I'm cutting into that tape and I'm going to use it sort of like a rub-on. I just wanted the numbers. I'm going to complement that with one of the ledger stamps in, which black is that? It's an archival black. And it's going to just come right there with it and just add a little bit more interest in pulling off the mint tape. I had created a border, so my card now just has a white border around it. I'm going to come in later and distress that. Now I can add in a little bit of foliage. I'm going to tuck another piece in here as well. There'll be additional pieces that you might notice in the pictures after. Of course, a label, must-have label, and then, of course, a sentiment. And then I come in here at the very end with one final little round element, which was great, kind of offset to everything. I liked how it worked out. Check out the links. Check out this new collection. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.